Hello everyone, welcome to my video about Zoom where I will show you some of the basic features of Zoom. I'm playing with my two profiles and two Zoom accounts, so you have an illusion of seeing two people in the same meeting. Okay, so let's take a look. So what you see over here is how Zoom Classroom looks like. In the top right corner, you can change how you want to see the classroom. What you see right now are two people right next to each other. If there are 10 people, the pictures would be smaller, but you would still be able to see them all at the same time. I think when it's above 25 people, then there's a little arrow that shows up where you click on it and go to the next screen to see the rest of the class. This is one of my favorite views, but you can also click here, and so that's a gallery. That was a gallery view. You can click on speakers view and see one person in focus. However, the person who is in focus would be the person who is talking. If people keep changing talking one after the other, this picture would change. So what you can do to focus on your instructor is you could go to gallery view and click on that person's picture or video, and if you hover over it, you should see three little dots. When you click on it, you can pin a particular person, and for some reason I don't see it here. Oh, I think it's because this person didn't turn on their video. So let's turn on her video. All right, now let's see. I can pin that video. I do this in my Zumba classes because if somebody else starts talking or making noise in the background, then I lose the instructor and I don't see what she is doing. So in those cases where you want to focus on somebody, you just pin their video. But as you saw, this video has to be on. You cannot pin somebody who doesn't stream their video. Okay, on the bottom, what else can you do? So let's pin my video so you can see me. You can mute yourself. This is very useful because sometimes we have older laptops and they can create this phenomenon that is called microphony, which is a very unpleasant sound, and I will demonstrate in a second what that means. Hello, can you hear that? There's an echo. If that happens to you, you would have to stay muted. There is a simple trick on how to talk when you have to, and in that case your instructor will mute themselves and you would be able to talk without microphony. And to do that, you can click, of course, on the microphone, but you can also just press the space bar, hold it while you talk, and then the moment you lift your hands, it will go back to mute. What other functions are good here? I really like reactions because it allows you to give a thumbs up to your instructor and say, hey, yeah, I understood that, or to your peers, yeah, I got that, or to clap to somebody who presented without creating a lot of unnecessary noise. Unfortunately, again, older computers do not always have a filter, and if a lot of people are trying to say something, it creates a lot of noise, unfiltered noise. There are breakout rooms for the instructors and you will participate in those, but as a student you won't be able to see that button. But you will see a chat button, and if you click on it, you will see all the chat feed over here, and you will be able to choose who you want to talk to. Perhaps you want to send a message to everybody and say, hello, please open your syllabus. Or you can send a private message to another person in the class and say, hey, can you send me the link to that page. I cannot find it. That way, you're emailing a friend, but the rest of the class won't see your question. Interestingly though, the instructor will always see all of your questions, even though they are directed privately to somebody in class. Private does not exclude the instructor, which is good. When you start teaching, you will always have control of the conversation in the classroom. Okay, you can turn that off. Or you can slide it to the side, whatever works for you. If the instructor gives you privileges to share the screen, you will see this button, share screen, and then you would be able to choose any of the open documents. So they have to be open and share it with the rest of your class. The problem is every time you change a page that you're sharing, you have to quit sharing and then share again. It's not a problem, but it's just kind of a glitch. You transferring from one document to the other will not be visible to other people, which is good sometimes because it gives us some time to find the right page. If you click on participants, you should be able to see all the participants in the class. The microphone moving, as you can see here next to my name of a host, means that that person is talking. Video means that that person has the video. If it's crossed out, it means that they don't have it on. The instructor will have the ability to mute everybody, invite somebody else to class, play a sound when somebody else joins, lock the meeting so nobody else can come, enable a waiting room, which means that, you know, if you want to join an online class, you will still see a screen, hey, you're in a waiting room, wait for your instructor to invite you in. I like doing that because I like to say hello to every individual student who comes, but you don't have to. You can just let everybody in. And that is all. On the top, you have a lot of different features that you can play with, but they're not as frequently used, so I will leave that up to you. Welcome, and I will see you in class.